Okay, so we covered the major seventh, so now we're gonna flat the third. And one thing that that's very helpful in jazz improvisation is when the harmony changes, you keep in mind what note changed and what note stayed the same. This is kind of a key aspect of making the changes when you're playing and improvising over it. So I emphasize again, keep in mind what notes stayed the same and what note changed from one chord to another. So the next chord, as I said, we're going to flat the third. What chord do we get if you flat the third in a major seventh chord? It's the minor major seventh, and it's used a lot when the minor chord is used as a tonic in a jazz standard. It sounds like this. Right? Major seventh sounds like this. So third on top, major seventh. It's more of a denser sound than a minor seventh, which is everywhere. Minor seventh would be a very common sound in jazz. All right, so let's talk about the different chords that we can use on a minor major seventh to build these lines. The first is a very cool sound. It's based on the third, the minor third of the chord. So in this case, the C minor major seventh, we would build the chord from E flat, and we would use the E flat diminished seventh chord. So on a C minor major seventh, the E flat diminished, right? E flat, G flat, A, C. Those are the notes. You might say, why is there an F sharp involved? Well, if you play an F sharp against a C minor major seventh, you'll know why. It just sounds great, and it's used quite a bit in any jazz. Everybody from Coleman Hawkins, Lester Young, to all the modern guys now. It's the note that really brings out that sound, aside from the major seventh and the major 13th on a minor major seventh chord. So on a C minor, you can slowly build the chromatic lines, something like this. Right, and so, and one way to practice this is to first do it very slowly, choose one type of chromatic approach, whether it's below, above, and use it on all the different chord tones. And it takes a while to get it under your fingers, and it's also helpful if you have like a drone background, because if you're just playing this line like this, you know, you might say, well, it just sounds like a diminished kind of line, and you know, that's how you're hearing it. But if you have a drone of this in the background, you'll see how the notes jump out to you and give that specific modern chromatic sound.